Hello everyone, welcome back to the second circle, a Helltaker fan game. Let's go ahead and continue. Let's see. Let's go with Malina today. So, today's the day. Got a special place in mind for me? As a matter of fact, I had an excellent idea last night. Well, are you going to tell me sometime this year? Karaoke. That's actually a pretty good idea. I haven't gone to karaoke in years. There's a decent place downtown. I hear they can rent your room at a minibar if you ask nicely. What are we waiting for then? Full steam ahead. Hey Abby, good to see you again. You're going places, aren't you? The karaoke parlor is slightly shabbier than you would have expected, and the only person visible upon entry is a familiar-looking attendant slumped against a reception desk. As you approach, she looks up at you with her dark-rimmed eyes and looks irritated to have been disturbed. Oh great, customers. I was just settling down for a nice nap too. Room for two, please. And drink service. And drink service. And drink service. Sighing, the attendant pulls open a drawer on her desk and draws a scheduling book, flicking through it at a pace that could only be matched by a snail prior to drinking its morning coffee. Are you familiar with our rules? No screwing, no fighting, and no blood sacrifices. Come again? As the attendant indolently taps away on her keyboard, something catches your attention. Something about her seems familiar. I feel like we've met somewhere before. Have you ever worked at a greenhouse? Maybe. I cycle through jobs pretty fast, man. Gotta pay rent or whatever. The attendant lolls her head toward the hallway beyond the desk. Alright, y'all checked in. Room number 7 should be open. The attendant waves you back into the hallway behind her, slumping forward into the desk and closing her eyes. Room number 7 is sparsely lit by a disco light arrangement, the revolving motes of light giving a cozy ambience. A loaded minibar sits in the nearest corner of the room, water vapor curling off a fresh bucket of ice. A large screen, connected by wires to jukebox and microphone, takes up the majority of the far wall, and a comfortable-looking faux leather wraparound couches line the wall. Malina surveys the room with thinly veiled enthusiasm. Let's see, screens? Check. Private? Check. Booze? Check. Malina flashes your rare grin. I gotta say, Taker, I'm impressed. I thought you were gonna drag me out to something generic, like a movie or something. She extends an arm, gesturing to the dim room. I gotta say, this is way more my vibe, you know? I feel like it's lacking something. Sunlight? It's definitely sunlight. Malina makes a beeline for a stocked minibar in the corner of the room. Can I get you something? No thank you, not if I'm going to be the one driving back. Suit yourself then. That reminds me though. Of what? I've been meaning to talk to Lucifer about learning more magic. I once saw her cast a spell that turned a mortal's blood into vinegar. Thinking of trying it on Zedrata? Actually, I've been thinking about trying to make it run in reverse. So, turning all of someone's vinegar into blood. A little different. I've been trying to find a way to purify alcohol-tinged blood. I see. If you could do that, you could snap your fingers and sober someone up whenever they had to drive. Huh. Mostly I was just gonna use to harsh people's buzzes if they got too close to me. can't say that you're all that surprised. Leave it to a demon to weaponize a cure for her substance abuse. Malina settles down on the couch, nursing a drink from the minibar, while you step up to the stage and select your song. Now, which song do I select? Let's see, let's go with something new. Classic's always fun, but we're with Malina. She seems like the type of person to root us on. With slight hesitation, you pick a song sung by a strange group known only as High School Heart Club Pew Pew. You make your selection and almost immediately regret your decision. You aren't even sure if it's what's coming out of speakers is actual music, but you do your best to mumble along with the English lyrics as best you can in a voice 2 octaves lower than that of the backup singers. Malini seems to be enjoying herself though. She's laughing, almost doubled over at your absurd performance. Ah, that's good, that's what I want. You take a bow as the song finishes, and Malina applauds you from her seat. That was pretty fun to watch. So, interested in giving a shot? There's even a scoreboard that'll track how well it thinks you're doing. I told you before, competition isn't really my cup of schnapps. Go on and do another one though. Give me some time to get drunk enough to. I'm not gonna interrupt Malina's stalling. Who's there? Prepare for trouble. Oh fuck, not her, not now. And make it double. To protect the world, fra. With a rough sound of combat boot impacting low-grade wood, the door splinters, revealing... Yeah, I'm not about to go through that whole speech. That much concentrated and mirrored energy might just make Malinka wet herself from excitement. Hi, Justice. Hi, Zadrada. What are you doing here, Justice? I'm happy to see you. Ah, and I remembers the whole thing too. Ah, that's cute. Ah, hey there, dudes. How's it hanging? Forget how it's hanging. What are you two doing here? Well, I was just taking Justice out to put some adverts when I got a delightful text message requesting that I come and raise some hell up in the air. A text? From who? Zadrada flicks open her phone, taps her way through several menus. Your guess is as good as mine. Taking the phone from her, you squint at her contacts list. Your stomach churns, the symbols on the screen don't make sense. Somehow make your skin feel like it's been covered in a very thin layer of grease. I'm not even sure how to pronounce some of these things. Malina snatches the phone from your numb hands. Probably best not to risk it. Zadrada's vocabulary really shouldn't be imitated by a mortal tongue. Hey, why are there so many random numbers in contacts lists? It's hardly surprising, given the flyers you've been posting up. Check it out! The awesome demon produces a folded up piece of paper from her back pocket. Taking it from her, you unfold a picture of Zadrada in a highly suggestive pose. Got a hankering for a spankering for a good time call 66632. This is your phone number, Zadrada. You really have no shame or class for that matter. Girl's gotta get her fixed somehow. You can't tell me that if your vodka ran out, you won't be exchanging side alley sloppies for bombshell booze by the end of the week. At least I don't go around ruining other people's perfectly good days with my obnoxious attitude. Well, we're here now, so what are you gonna do about it? It's all good, we can roll on out. I just wanted to pop in and say hi anyhow. Nah, Justice, we're staying right here. Like hell you are! Zadrada eyes her sister maliciously, and an edge creeps into her voice as she continues. What happened to you, sister mine? You used to be so eager to rise to challengers. To compete with the other lesser demons for the best of table scraps the overlord saw fit to give us. Don't tell me you've lost your edge after all this time, little baby Malinka. The sound of glass shattering brings your attention back to Malina. Shards of glass fall onto the floor from her clenched fist. Small droplets of what is left of her vodka screwdriver drip from her fingers. Slowly, she uncurls her hand, letting the remains of near powderized glass fall from her hand down to the hardwood floor. Her reply is quiet, tempered with barely concealed frustration. Bring it. What is that, Malinka? I can hear over you. I said bring it, bitch! This is bad. The two sisters say may not exactly be heavy hitters, but you're pretty sure they'd throw it down here and now. The karaoke bar won't survive the battle. Already you can feel energies beginning to swirl around the room. The sharp fruity smell boiling outwards from Malina clashing horribly with the sulphurous, burning odor emanating from Izidrada. Just like old times, eh, sis? Alright, that's enough. The eyes of the two demons snap to you, the pressure of their attention crashing down upon you in waves. You struggle to force out your next words against the seething tide. We're resolving this without resorting to physical or magical violence. Look around. We're in a karaoke parlor, right? Then karaoke will be the competition. Whoever sings the best number gets to stay. I told you before, I don't like... Deal. No take-backsies. Put one arm around Malina and give her a light squeeze. Lean down and whisper in the ear. I'm sorry. I know you don't like competition, but this seems the most straightforward way to get her to leave. I doubt she put up much of a fight. I can't imagine her ability to sing has persisted through the sheer quantity of cigarettes she smokes. Justice, are you okay with being an arbitrator for this? Make sure no other humans in the building get hurt if things get out of control. No worries, Chief. I checked on my way in, and aside from you, this place is 100% human-free. Alright. The rules for contest are as follows. Both of you will sing the same song, chosen beforehand by one of the two of you. After the song is chosen, the other contestant will choose the format the battle will take. Lip sync, sing along, it's all up to you. Sound fair? Sure. Dibs on the song selection. Malina leaps over the karaoke music box and keys in a number. Brought by Michael Vermeni. Displays on the screen backed by a slow and steady rock number. Tell me, sis, how's your Russian holding up? Don't tell me you're going to insist on subtitles, because this is a pretty old song. I'd be surprised if it even has ones in Russian. Zdra's eyes gleam. As she slowly claps her hands together, the malice boiling out for her is almost palpable. Very clever, Malinka. I'm almost proud. Alright then, as for the format, this competition is going to be... Before you can react, Zidra's tail coils around your wrist. With a sudden yank, Zidra pulls her arm around her waist. A duet. Malina's eyes go wide in a mixture of shock and anger. Her gaze turns between you and Justice, putting the pieces together. But that means I'm partnered with... Cheer up, Greenhorn. Did you know I once played bass for one of the previous Lords of Hell? Enough belly aching, let's get the show on the road. Ah, way to go, Justice. You're doing good. Malina, you okay? Malina walks up to join Justice on the podium, awkwardly. They both hold the mic as the song begins to play. Malina tries her best to hold up her end of the song, but Justice is out of her element. No amount of cool can make for the gap in language skills. Justice is quickly relegated to humming along with the lyrics, much to Zidra's amusement. Her mad cackle prompts you to turn away from the disaster in the making. The bitch demon is clicking her fingers together, and sparks are already beginning to fly. She calls fire into her hand. She maneuvers the little flame onto the end of her thumb, and waves it mockingly back and forth in the air as the song finishes. Encore, encore, I haven't seen anything that sad in ages. Malina throws the microphone into Justice's chest, stomps up to Zidra, cheeks red with embarrassment. What's the matter, Malika? Don't tell me that you're throwing in the towel already. Fuck this, and fuck you. Why can't you just let me be happy? Without waiting for an answer, Malina storms out of the room, savagely smashing the door out of her way as she leaves. But you... fuck. I was so close to getting through to her. Her sister departed, while life seems to bleed from Zedrada, and as you watch, the demonic energy dissipates from around her. You better make sure she gets back to the house, or so help me. Shoulders slumped, Zedrada nods before slinking out after her sister. Wow. Talk about a blowout. I've seen Zedrada kneel her sister for decades, but that? I've never seen anything like that. That was downright malicious. So what happens now? Will they be alright? Hard to say. Malina holds onto grudges almost as well as Lucy. Something has to be done before she talks to either you or her sister again. Me? But why would she be angry at me? Come on, Chief. Use your head. Do you seriously think that it would have been impossible for you to convince Zedrada to leave if you really wanted to? I get that you meant well and want to give Malina a chance to square up against her sister. But this little intervention of yours forced her down a path leading to her own embarrassment. Frankly, I'd be surprised if she isn't at least as angry with you as she is with her sister. Well, no, that went according to plan. Looks like you're going to have to make your next move around Malina carefully if you want to get back into her good books. No, man. Okay, who's next? Modeus? Yeah. Though Modeus hasn't exactly gone out of her way to avoid you after your date, you can't tell but feel that there is a certain uneasiness in the air anytime you two are in the room together. As if trying to avoid talking to you outright, the demoness has become particularly engrossed in her personal stash of romance novels. Whenever you happen to catch her in the living room or the kitchen, she has her nose buried so deeply within the pages of whatever it is she is reading on that day, that she seldom so much as glances in your direction. After a while, you grow accustomed to this new state of things. All the same, you find yourself looking for the right opportunity to speak candidly with Modeus. As it were, this opportunity presents itself to you on an otherwise ordinary night. The evening is verging the cusp of night, and everyone else in the house has either gone to bed or occupied themselves terrorizing the town under the veil of moonlight. You had been hoping to catch a lazy, late-night movie with someone, but I've learned better than to wake a slumbering demon over something so trivial. Unable to sleep, you are moping through the house when you find Modeus sitting next to the bay window in the kitchen, using the ambient light from the street lamp to read a book. With Tango beneath the moonlight clutched tightly in her hands, the demoness doesn't look up at you right away. You're unsure if this is because she is so engrossed by her book that she has generally not noticed you, or she is perpetuating the habit of paying you no mind. Either way, you decide to approach. You're up late. Won't be the first time. Hang on. Just a few more chapters. You're already done? Didn't you just pick up that book the other day? Yes. Why? I'm just surprised. I didn't expect you to be such a voracious reader. I'm not usually. But these books are so... captivating. Oh. How so? Modeus doesn't answer right away, allowing silence to permeate. Against the lamplight, you can see her cheeks reddening. As you struggle to figure out how such an innocuous question could elicit so strong a response, the demon tears her attention away from the novel and looks at you with narrowed eyes. All of a sudden, she shuts her book with a loud snap and turns to face you with her whole body. Taker? Yeah? Why are you up so late? Not that I'm complaining, mind you. But this isn't exactly how I pictured us staying out late together. Well, I was hoping to catch a movie with someone. But everyone's asleep. I figured you'd already gone in bed too, so I just came in here for a late night snack. I see. Well? Sorry? What's the movie, Taker? Oh, I don't know. It's late in the weekday, so they usually only have the cheesy stuff. I thought it might be fun to just head down there and see what's playing, you know? Uh-huh. It's not terribly exciting, I know. But... do you want to go, Modeus? Spending time together in a dark room with the sound of a movie we don't particularly care about, masking noises we make together. Sounds like fun. When do you want to go? I got my keys right here, so now? Alright then, let's go. Though unexpected, you're glad for the sudden turn of events. And on your drive down to the theater, your thoughts dwell upon your previous date at the spa and Modeus' unorthodox mannerisms. Perhaps now you have an opportunity to get to the bottom of the demon's strange behavior. But it wouldn't be wise to broach the topic prematurely. No, you should wait until the right moment. If only you knew what that moment looked like. Soon you arrive at the theater, an empty parking lot laid out before you. Just as you had suspected, the weeknight crowd is sparse. Normally, it might take you some time to find a spot, but tonight you are able to park right up next to the front doors without issue. You and Modeus approach the ticket counter with your eyes glued to the schedule. We'll take 2 tickets for, Eliminator Resurgence. Really? Yep. It's perfect. Nice and loud. Wordlessly, the bleary-eyed cashier behind the counter hands you your tickets. It's obvious that she can't wait to get you out of her sight, so you and Modeus quickly head inside. Snacks? Of course. What would you like? Do you think they have any pomegranates? I'm sorry, pomegranates? Yeah. Modeus, I don't think... Could you at least ask? Alright. Hi, do you guys have any, pomegranates? Pomegranates? Yeah. Pomegranates. No sir. We don't have any pomegranates. Ah, drat. How about leeks then? Ask them if they have any leeks, Taker. Okay. What about leeks? No sir, we don't have any leeks either. Sorry, Modeus, no leeks. What, the 9 circles? Surely they must have oysters then. Are you gonna make me ask? Yes? Very well. What about oysters? Clearly thinking that he's being pranked, the kid behind the register doesn't even dignify your latest inquiry with a response. Sorry, yeah, that was a stupid question. We'll take a bucket of popcorn, 2 boxes of chocolate-covered peanuts, and 2 drinks. Coming right up, sir. The young man steps away from the counter, turns a moment later with your desired snacks. Oh my, are those legumes? Yes? You didn't tell me they had legumes. I take it you like peanuts? They're my favorite. You pay the man and head on to the theater, with Modeus bouncing happily at your heels. Unsurprisingly, the theater itself is just as barren as the parking lot outside. Where do you want to sit? How about there? That's a little close to the screen, don't you think?
The closer the better, right?
I guess. I'm not sure I need to be close enough to count the actor's pores, do you? Fazed by your argument, Modeus settles in as close to the screen as you will let her. Fortunately, the seats themselves recline, otherwise you'd surely work up a severe kink in your neck from looking up at the screen. Just as you finish nestling in next to Modeus and crack you open your box of chocolate-covered peanuts, the movie begins. Right on time. Shh. You fall into silence before the first portion of the film, thinking that perhaps you should give it a chance. But as Act 2 rolls around, it becomes clear that this is going to be nothing more than a low-brow action film remake. Boredom quickly sets in. Soon, even explosive action set pieces do little to keep your attention, and you find yourself stealing frequent glances at Modeus. She too looks unenthused by the movie. Hey, Modeus?
What is it, Taker? Finally ready to make a move, are we?
I've been meaning to ask. Is everything okay?
Huh. That's not what I expected you to say. But, alright, I'll bite. What do you mean?
Well, while our spa day was fun, I couldn't help but notice that you seemed a bit off.
Off?
You seemed hesitant to even get out of the car at first. And then when we got inside, you clammed up completely and wouldn't say a word before unilaterally deciding on the couple's massage. Not that I'm complaining, necessarily. But you do have to admit that seems weird, doesn't it? On top of that, you've hardly said 2 words to me since then. And if I've done something wrong, I'm terribly sorry.
Oh. No, you haven't done anything wrong, Taker. Alright, I'll admit, I have been acting a bit strange.
Is there something you'd like to talk about?
Yes. And no. It's complicated.
If you'd rather keep it to yourself, I understand.
That's just the thing, Taker. I've been keeping this to myself for so long, I feel like I'm going to explode. Believe me when I say I want to tell you. I want to find the words to express to you just how I'm feeling. But it's hard. Because there's so much. And I don't fully understand a lot of it.
Maybe I could help with that.
Maybe. How much do you know about demons, Taker?
Only a little. Why? All I know is that some demons are born for a particular purpose, right?
Right. There is even more to it than that. There are also some demons who, like myself, are born as the manifestation of a particular sin.
You mean like the 7 deadly sins?
Exactly. For me, that sin is lust.
So you were born from the very concept of lust.
Exactly. But that's all I know. I'm not exactly well versed in the details around my own birth, sadly.
Okay, so what does that mean exactly?
It means that everything about me is colored by the circumstances of my genesis in some way or another. The way I see the world and the way I interact it is all influenced by the essence of lust. For me, being horny isn't a state that I enter when I'm aroused, it's my default. Does that make sense?
I think so. Well, how does this relate to the other day?
Think about it, Taker. Given what I just told you, how do you think lust might color my relationships?
Even your romantic relationships are influenced by your sin?
Yes. So while most people might start by going on dates, holding hands, eventually kissing, and progressing through the relationship ladder that way,
your relationships work in reverse. because lust is your default.
Precisely.
So for you, holding hands is just as intimate as having sex is for someone else.
I'm afraid so. It's not as if I don't want to do those other things. Eventually. It's just...
I see. I wish you told me these things before. I hate to think that I forced you to do something that you found uncomfortable.
I just want to feel normal, Taker. Do you have any idea how hard it is to watch you interact with the others so effortlessly? You have actual relationships with them. Meanwhile, I get to be the horny demon. Like some kind of freak. I just wish I could see the world like everyone else. And I want to pretend that I was the same as Lucy, or Justice, or Hannah Monica, even if it's just for a while. That's why I agreed to go with the spa with you. But I just couldn't do it.
Is that why you picked the couples massage? The nudity, even if it was brief, made you feel more comfortable, didn't it? Modeus, her knees pressed against her chest, nods in response. Modeus, I'm so sorry. If I'd known, I would have asked you to go.
It's okay, Taker.
It's not though. Modeus, I don't want you to feel like you just had to endure our dates together. I want us to find something that we're both going to enjoy.
That's very kind of you to say. But what would a date like that even look like?
I don't know yet. But I will find something. I promise. Modeus doesn't reply to you right away, but you sense that the conversation overall is getting a bit too intimate for her, so you fall into silence as well. As it were, you talk through most of Act 3, so the movie ends not too long after. While the credits roll, you and Modeus stand to leave. Only then do you notice that they are no longer alone in the theater. Someone, cloaked in darkness, is sitting in the very back, resting their feet on the chair in front of them. You can't make out too many details, but you can tell that whoever this person is, they're tall. And they have hair like an 80s metal band. How could you not have noticed something like that waltz in? Perhaps they snuck in part way through. With a shrug, you follow Modeus out of the theater and to your car. As you drive home, your thoughts are drawn to your conversation with Modeus. You know that there has to be something, some way for you two to connect on a date. But what? You think about all the way home and even up until the point that you're sitting in bed for the night. Unable to sleep, you decide to get a late night snack from the kitchen. There you catch a glimpse of Modeus' book sitting on the table where she left it. Seeing it gives you an idea. That was pretty sweet. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like and comment who your favorite demon girl is. And if you want to try this out for yourselves, links will be provided down below in the description and the comments. And if you enjoy visual novels as much as I do, please feel free to subscribe for more. Anyways, thank you, and take care.